Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. Sat down on the couch yesterday, wanted to see Roman Reigns on SmackDown last night, and I was able to actually watch the entire show. I kind of was surprised that SmackDown was able to hook me in. As I was watching it, I didn't know if it was going to be a 2-hour show or a 3-hour show, and I made my way through it. Monday Night Raw and SmackDown in the same week. Never thought that I would see the day. But tonight we have WrestleDream coming to us live from the Tacoma Dome. I'll tell you the truth, with all this like HBO Max kind of deal being announced but not really rolled out, still have a lot of questions on that, honestly, to tell you the truth. I don't really know where I'm going to watch the show tonight, but I am going to go out of my way, unless I'm not able to order it, to watch WrestleDream. I'll tell you this much. I don't really know much of what's going on in AEW other than Brian Danielson having what I think is going to be his last match. We already made a video about that, but I really think tonight is going to be something special in AEW, or at least something that I think is going to be special in AEW. It makes a lot of sense for Shane McMahon to debut for AEW tonight, being like the leader of Jon Moxley's group. I don't want to say like he's like going to be the Eric Bischoff of the NWO and take over the company, but it kind of seems like that's what they want you to think is going to happen. I think that with Shane, being there, his last name being McMahon, I think he brings a lot to the company. I don't really know what his role is going to be in the company, other than being like a performer, who's going to be a manager, who is not scared of getting in the ring when needed to. Shane's a guy that can go out there and deliver a good match. I think you put his name on a match, in a tag match, in a singles match, I kind of think anybody knows that Shane is going to go out there and deliver whatever he needs to do that night. I don't think he's going to be crashing through glass windows, but I honestly think that he's going to go along with whatever the boys want him to do. I think that, from watching the McMahon documentary on Netflix, there's the thing with him and his father. Even if he's not able to wrestle for the WWE, even if he's not able to be on Vince's payroll, I think there's a part of him like chasing his father's like appreciation, his father's love. I'm thinking like maybe if he goes out there and steals the show, maybe Vince will be able to like pat him on the back and tell him congratulations. There's a lot of stories rolling out of him, wanting to do what his father did to his grandfather, take over the company and push it to new heights. And even the story about, Shane wanting to buy the UFC, and talking Vince into it, and then Vince kind of like falling out of love with the idea, and then basically saying like, if he wanted to do it, he could have done it with his money, but he didn't have enough money. Kind of saying like he wasn't willing to take the chance on it, I guess you can say. But we'll have to see. But I'm pretty sure that Shane O'Mac is coming tonight. It would make the most sense, to be like the higher power, to be out there. It'd be funny to see. Like, is he just going to go out there and be a performer? Eric Bischoff was able to do it when WCW closed and Vince brought him into the company. People thought maybe like it would be like some sort of a hostile takeover or something like that, but it just worked. They told Eric what to do. He went out there and did it. He didn't really push ideas about, what was going on in the company. He didn't want to be a booker. He didn't want to do this. He didn't want to do that. Can Shane do the same thing? There's just too many coincidences that are out there. We've all seen the picture with him and Tony, the picture with him and the Young Bucks, who just happened to be on the same flight. Miss Monet, Sasha Banks, keeps on saying so many positive things about it. Too many coincidences out there. I think it's going to happen. And it's going to happen tonight. And it'll be sad for Bryan Danielson to have his last match on the main roster, or whatever the hell they're calling it. I think the heel will wrestle close to forever. I think it's a dream of his to wrestle independent shows in front of hundreds of fans. I think that's something inside of him that he really wants to do, and I think that he'll do it, especially as his kids get older and they leave the house, and he'll find reasons to take bookings and wrestle against people, thinking he is making the future of wrestling better by wrestling on those shows. So we'll see. WrestleDream tonight.